how does the music interpret painting? So ladies and gentlemen, welcome again to True Celestial Universe of Two Surrealist and Hypnotic art forms for next perhaps 1.5 hours. Some of you are familiar with Schulte's work before, especially the work that you have been doing based on the philosophical framework of a French great philosopher and one of the admirers of Derrida, Jacques Derrida, and Jacques Derrida's deconstruction, offering new and reinterpretation of many arts for the last 13 years. And this involves complementing and interpreting one art with other. Sebastian Bach's Goldberg variation through the art channel, for example. Hunting poetry of Cavafy, George Seferis, Nerida, Tagore, some of my all-time favorite poets, Rumi, with spiritual and celestial music and Indian classical dance. So like today, we aim to bring the core painting lovers, like most of you, into home and make sure you go with coming from the resonance that this music, it may be quite new to some of you, creates in your heart. And the emotion that both these melancholic paintings and even more melancholic music generates mutually complementing each other. So I'm Ahmed Kaysher, I'm mainly a poet, the director of Shoulder, obviously director of this production as well. And let me tell you how Frida and Indian classical music both came all of a sudden in my mind. So this is actually a personal journey of exploring Frida and Indian classical music, apart from any effort to decode the life and works of Frida or the realm of Indian classical music with any intellectual attempt. I'm sharing it if it gives you some clues on what other way we can look at Frida's work and what other ways we can listen Indian classical music to with powerful visual integration being projected just in front of us. So for this production, we are privileged to have some finest performance of the globe. Let me invite them on the stage. So ladies and gentlemen, please join me in welcoming a wonderful spoken word artist, picturist, Shree Ganguly on the stage. One of the leading maestros of Indian classical music, leading Tabla player, Sanju Sahai on the stage. Please join me. And obviously, the finest Hindustani Classical violinist, Vidushi, Kala Ramnath. And just to let you know, some of the great members of the team who were working from behind the scene, and award-winning filmmaker, Mokbul Children, poet and the editor of the Blonde Shamim Shahan, and an award-winning photographer, Pablo, Khaled, and a music fellowship, film fellowship, Ruhul Children. So like I mentioned to you, ladies and gentlemen, before, let me clarify again that this production isn't about talking on Frida, depicting Frida's dramatic life or hinting out the artistic connotation of painting. I'm sure you all know already on this, more or less. We will concentrate on her obsessive love life that was the main driving force for her creation, while interpreting the mood and emotions of this painting through portrayal of some of the beautiful ragas, a great son of Bengal, a great son of India, Rabindranath Tagore's phenomenal poem in his last days, Last Question, and Kala Ramnath's visceral rendition of folk music will be performed in some point just to intensify the surge of Frida more specifically. So about 15 years ago, I went through huge emotional breakthrough. In modern terminology, this phase is perhaps widely known as depression. And I was seeking peace in music and in other art forms. And some of my friends know I count myself as a spiritual disciple of a great Swedish filmmaker, Ingmar Bergman, who opened up a new way to look at Western classical music. And I saw peace in both Indian and Western classical. And it was quite harder. Both of these traditions are separate and divine. And it's harder for an agnostic man like myself to listen to this great music in a way I was meant to. My idea of divinity is different. My idea of spirituality is different too. So I was introduced to Frida's work at my adolescence, but Frida became more meaningful to me that time. The universe of pain she painted, the lamentation of suffered souls she echoed through her words became more qualitative to me. And I started thinking like Frida. I started writing poetry on what exactly she wanted to delineate in her painting. So while I was reading a fair and divorce between Diego and Frida, I cried so many times, sometimes inventing myself as Frida and sometimes as Diego. And then I surprisingly explored, she was actually playing some ragas, some visceral music in her painting. After the accident, she found solace through painting, and in my feeling of meaninglessness, I started to look at myself in a different way, through contemplating on Frida's painting and her letters, her obsessive and modern relationship with Diego, everything. And it seemed to me everything was an essential part of an infinite musical melody. So this was the starting point actually. Frida was actually trying to paint a true sunset through everything she did. The color she used, the blood-shedding pain she wanted to depict. We'll look at this projection. And the search she was going through, fashion, modeling, relationship, politics, feminism, opening herself to the rest of the world so blatantly, everything encapsulates the idea of sunset. And this is almost what Ragmarwa paints at the end of the day. And what Mr. Borigula Manikhan said once while talking to a musicologist called Godador, standing at the shore of Arab Sea in a blood-shedding sunset. Sa is almost a home note for Marwa. A musician desperately searched for sound while playing or singing the star, as equally as a tired sailor looks desperately for a pole to land his ship before the dusk. And as equally as a lover fears and wails as another bloodsheding night of separation is just to incept, just on the verge to incept. Or a misdirected regretting bird laments on the branch of tree how it can go home in the dusk, while darkness is engulfing the world, after flying home one place to another aimlessly in the daylight. Ladies and gentlemen, please close your eyes and look at these paintings with the eyes in your heart.
My painting carries with me a message of pain. Painting actually completed my life. The only thing I know is to paint, because I paint. Whatever passes through my head, I need to paint. Without any other consideration. There have been two great aspects in my life. One was the trolley, the other, ego. Ego was by far the worst. I leave you my portrait so that you will have my presence on days and nights that I am away from you. I'd like to paint you, but there are no colors because there are so many. In my confusion, in the tangible form of my love. I never paint dreams or nightmares. I paint my own reality. I paint self-portraits because I'm so alone. I'm lonely. I'm the person I know best. Son of the first, asked a question to the new manifestation of life. Who are you? There was no answer. Years passed away. last sun of the last day asked a question. Shore of the Western Sea, in the hush of the evening, who are you? Who are you? No answer came again. Thank you.